Hello my YouTube family, Disciple here for New Gaming, and I am very excited. I have a lot of info to share with you guys about Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. Like a good YouTuber, I've done some snooping, and I thought I have some stuff I really want to share with you guys. Some new content, some stuff that's brand spanking new, and then some stuff that some people may know about, but I wanted to talk about anyway, just so you guys know for sure. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, this right here is on the Dark Souls official website, preparetodie.com. So this is all confirmed information. New content. Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition will include an untold chapter in the world of Lordran, where the players must stop the spread of darkness at all costs by facing and defeating the Dark Knight Artorias. New bosses, including Artorias of the Abyss, Chimera of Tomb, and more. PvP online matchmaking system. Amazing feature they're adding. I can't wait to see how exactly it plays out, but that is definitely good for all you PvPers out there. And definitely a feature I'm looking forward to. Now, I'm not sure whether or not this will be in the DLC as well. I'm hoping so, because it would make sense that they would add the matchmaking to the DLC, but there also could be some complications I could see with that as compared to the DLC for consoles having matchmaking as opposed to PC when it's a completely new release. I don't know. We'll see how that plays out, and also said there's more details to be revealed, so we'll see. But definitely a good feature, at least definitely for those PC guys that are going to get this. And I myself am not a PC guy, but I will be getting this for PC. I have a new machine all set up just so I can get this for you guys, and some great PvP content hopefully when Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition does drop. Also, new areas including Oolacile of Tomb. Now, if you guys know Oolacile, she sold you different sorceries after you rescued her from behind the Hydra from that golden golem. So like hidden body and stuff like that. And there's actually, you can actually visit where she's from. So that seems like it's going to be really interesting. Old ruins and more. That's all that's been revealed about the new areas. New enemies. Now there are a few pictures of the enemies I'm going to be showing you that they just posted 6 hours ago on the Dark Souls website. And there are some that are older that you guys may not have seen that I'll share with you also, including Abyss Guard and Chained Prisoner. And I do have a picture of Chained Prisoner. I don't think I have one of Abyss Guard. And more. New NPCs, including Hawkeye Go and more. New weapons and armor. Now, this is a big one. I think that since we get DLC, we should get new weapons and armor. But there is a question as to whether they're going to be overpowered or balanced correctly. Now, if they're balanced correctly, I think many players would be happy about this. Some who don't have the DLC may not like it. But we'll just see how that plays out. I think that I really doubt that any weapons are going to be overpowered. What I'd be really happy with is some really cool looking new content. For those of us who have paid extra or got the new version of the game, that's balanced and it doesn't add too much additional abilities to your arsenal, like different movesets or something like that. Maybe a few additional movesets with some new heavy R2s and stuff like that. But as long as it's balanced, I'd be extremely happy if it was just some cool looking new content that we all could enjoy and use, and it would be balanced even if we fought people that don't have the new content. We'll see exactly how that all plays out in the future. There's more details to be revealed, as it says there. But I'm really hopeful for this. I'm really glad that they are. A lot of people, they may have a balancing issue, and a lot of people may rather they just not adding new weapons that you can use. But I'm really happy that they are, especially since it's a new expansion pack. I really think there should be. Equip some from the new bosses, enemies, and NPCs. Now that's also very cool. So we're gonna get maybe like Hawkeye Go's armor. And maybe, hopefully, quite possibly, it's way up there on my wish list, Artorias' armor. If you guys have seen the new trailer, the very new trailer that they just posted on IGN yesterday, that's as far as I know how new it is. It's about a 60-second trailer, and at the end, Artorias drops down from it. You guys will have to see it. I don't want to spoil any more than that, but he looks sick. He looks very dark and very foreboding, kind of like an enemy from Silent Hill. That's kind of what I've compared it to, and I've seen other people comparing him to that as well. And a lot of the new enemies in this in the new areas that we're going to be exploring also look very dark and kind of twisted. And I'll show you guys some more of the photos as it comes up to the next one right here. Now I believe this next photo coming up is from April 11th, so this isn't too brand new, but many of you may not have seen it. Oh no, this is also from the Dark Souls website. Okay, here we go. So this is the Prepare to Die Edition photo. This is actually on the Dark Souls website as well. New content coming to PC, including it's just some more of the stuff, some same stuff that I already read through, and you can view the trailer. That's a different trailer, not the new one I was talking about. Alright, next photo here. So this is the special edition you get if you pre-order. Now I have done some snooping more for you guys. There's some research, and you cannot pre-order this just yet. On the Dark Souls website I've tried to. I've gone to Walmart, Amazon, Best Buy, all the other websites, and they only have the original edition. They don't have this yet. So I will update you guys and post a video when you can actually start your pre-orders. This looks really awesome. There's a lot of stuff you see here, so let's talk about some of it. Alright, so up in the top right, it seems like a possibly a strategy guide. Now this game is going to be very tough, and for the new PC guys, it might be harder because they're vamping up the difficulty for old veterans. I'm not exactly sure, but it might be a good idea for them to release a strategy guide with the special edition. We see an art book down here which looks very sexy. It looks like Artorias is actually on the page that it's turned to. Like I said, Artorias looks very awesome and very frightening. I compared him to something from Silent Hill. Kind of like Pyramid Head, but not exactly. Don't get me any grief for that, guys. I know, I'm just talking about the way he walks and the way he handles himself, which you guys, I'll link you to the trailer so you guys can look at that. So yeah, the art book looks very sexy. It says armors right there, and it looks like that will be Artorias' armor set. So hopefully available for the players. I would love that. It looks very cool. It looks like he won't be getting a new weapon though, because he does look like he has his greatsword, the greatsword of Artorias. There's also the original soundtrack and the making of disc, which look very awesome. And then there's some more pages from the other posters, I think, or set of 5 exclusive something rolls. I'm not sure exactly what that says. Let me zoom in here. Yes, that is indeed a set of 5 exclusive postcards. If that were me, and when I do get this, I'm not going to send those to any of my friends or family. I'm going to keep those for myself and probably mount them like posters. But a lot of awesome content coming here for the pre-order special edition, which I will be sure to get and share with you guys. Now here's our next picture. This one is kind of old. April 11th, this is posted on the Dark Souls Facebook. And that's where the rest of these pictures are from. This is a chimera of sorts. It has the scorpion tail, the bird wings, and the lion head with the ram horns. Very interesting. It looks like they're integrating some mythology, so not all of the expansion will be dark and, you know, twisted. That's kind of interesting. Here is a dragon. This one is also posted on April 11th. It looks like it has one eye or no eyes. I don't know what that is. You know what I kind of think of, and I know this is just this right here is my own speculation, but the red eye orb actually had an eye in it. So we don't really know where those come from, but maybe that has something to do with it, possibly. Just speculating here again. All right, moving on to the next picture. This is Artorias. This is a close-up, and as you guys saw, it is on the art book. It looks very cool. Now it looks like right here he might have a different sword. Is that the sword of Artorias? I'm not 100%. It doesn't look too much like it. Maybe it's his own twisted version because he's been using it so long. I'm not 100%, but he does look very cool, and I cannot wait for this armor with the built-in ponytail there. That's pretty sweet. Now this picture, I believe... No, actually, I know for sure. This was posted 7 hours ago on the Dark Souls Facebook, and if you guys don't believe, you think these pictures aren't real or aren't legitimate, I will link you to the Facebook. You can check all these. But this is Oolacile. So actually we'll be able to visit the land of Oolacile, like I said before, on when I mentioned the new areas. It looks very cool. And I personally cannot wait to explore this area. It looks very interesting. Some people would actually mention it looked kind of like the Kiln, and it does. But this is actually the ruined city of Oolacile, where Dusk from Oolacile actually came from. You know, the lake you get the antiquated robes from saving. So this area looks really cool. I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot of new stuff here. Probably some new sorceries as well, because Dusk sold sorceries personally. So I'm making that connection. I'm not sure if they will in-game, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm very excited for this and looking forward to it, definitely. Alright, coming up on our next picture here, I believe this one is also recent. Yes, this is a better picture of Artorias. It actually shows a bit more of his upper chest. Very interesting, very cool looking boss. He seems that he also does not have a face, so that's interesting. It seems he's just like hollow or completely hollow, gone. I'm not sure if it's just covering his face or it's gone, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm very excited for this new content coming out. Alright, now these are some of the wooden scarecrows that I believe they protect some type of garden. They protect... they protect Sanctuary Wood, and they actually, I'll show you guys in a picture coming up here later on, they actually keep the area trimmed. As you see, they have all the tools on their back, but I'll save that for the next picture. Very interesting, some new enemies, and Elsa mentions pyromancy would be very effective. Of course it would, they're made of wood. Alright, here we have another new additional enemy, and this one is called Chained Prisoner. Now this is also on the Dark Souls Facebook. Let me read off some of the text that it had on the next to the picture on the Facebook. This shows a battle with a chained prisoner trapped by chain on a pillar. Without removing the chain restraining on his body, the prisoner is rampaging and ripping off the pillar. So another very, very twisted enemy, and again, this reminds me of something from Silent Hill, and that's just my personal take on it. I know they're not copying the game or anything like that. It is Dark Souls' own style as well. And this really ties in probably to the Artorias story. He looks very twisted and very kind of sick, but awesome, and I'm definitely looking forward to this. Alright, now the text next to this picture on the Facebook was Battle of Stoicism. His is a battle between experienced warriors in a newly implemented battle mode. Each warrior equips his own style. So this is a new, another very interesting picture. I think this is referencing the matchmaking that's supposed to be in the PC version, which has not been confirmed or denied for the console DLC. I think they're both wearing pretty much mixed up sets of armor. I don't think they're revealing anything new, though I will mention the mask on the right guy. It looks like the dark armor mask, the dark mask. But the skeleton looks kind of different, so maybe that is possibly a new armor. Let me know what you guys think. I think he just has a mixed set of armor with the Black Knight and different sets and the dark mask. But we'll have to see. I'm really excited for this, and I'll let you guys know if I figure it out. Alright, this is another, yet another new picture that I'm bringing you guys, posted 7 hours ago, like I said. Now, the text next to this picture was Chasing of Guardians. A guardian of Sanctuary Wood and a stone knight with a stone great axe, so a new weapon for an old enemy, are chasing a player. Taking on either of them is even hard to get through, so it is surely a terrible pinch. So this is very interesting. It shows indeed a new enemy and an old enemy with new weapons. So this is an interesting development in the new DLC, and I'm kind of interested. They don't have to add a completely new enemies. They can actually just change up some old ones. So that's something I'm looking forward to as well. Hopefully a bit more challenging. And, you know, we won't know their playstyle, so of course it will be. Alright, next picture, and the most exciting in my opinion. This was also posted very recently, 7 hours ago, and I don't know how many people have seen it. It's probably under a few hundred. So I really wanted to share this with you guys. Now this is very, very interesting. Alright, let's start by reading off the text that was next to this picture. Dark magic. This shows a new additional dark magic that chases an object with darkness where white light from pairs of eye sockets twinkles. So this is a new sorcery, and I know it's a new sorcery because look, in the right hand the catalyst is held up as if casting this new dark magic. Now this is awesome. There's going to be new additional sorceries for sure. I'm not sure about miracles. They haven't confirmed and denied any of that. I'm sure there will be at least a few, but we have at least one confirmed sorcery, and I don't care how weak this is. This looks awesome. This is a very, very cool looking new sorcery, and I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm going to have to make an intelligence build before Prepared Edition drops, just so I can use this new awesome looking sorcery. So new sorceries have been confirmed for the new edition of the game, and I'm very happy for that. Let me know what you guys think down below. This is I think this is the coolest looking sorcery they've made yet, and it's in the DLC, so I'm happy for this. I don't care if it's 100 damage and that's it. I'd like to use this. I definitely like to try this out, and I'm really excited. This is my favorite picture, and this is the one I wanted to share with you guys the most. I'm very excited for this. All right, moving on to the next picture. Sadly, no, not sadly. This is the text. Sorry, next to this picture. I'm so excited. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try not to talk too fast. Was encountering. This shows encountering with Elizabeth, keeper of the sanctuary, in Oolacile Sanctuary. Sorry, that was a mouthful. That grows from the ground without arms and differs from mushroom people in Darkroot Garden. So this is an area inside of Oolacile. It looks like a very peaceful, calm, and nice-looking garden. And she is the guardian, or yeah, she's the keeper of the sanctuary. So I'm not sure exactly what the interactions will be with her. I'm pretty sure she won't be able to attack you because she has no arms. She just grows from the ground, and she's not like the mushroom people in Darkroot Garden, so she probably won't be hostile by default. I'm pretty sure she'll probably be a story character or like an NPC type that'll actually guide you or help you or give you a quest or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. If there's any new developments, I will update you guys on this stuff though. So you guys will make sure to subscribe to me and both the Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition show that I have made, and you should see the annotation below, or not the annotation, but the picture below to subscribe to that. Alright, next picture here. Alright, this is Oolacile Township. Let me read the text that was next to this picture. Oolacile Township used to thrive with people, but now turned to dark and no one is there. So I'm wondering if it meant like no humans, or it just meant no one at all. I mean, we'll have to wait for this development. I'm speculating that there is a few enemies, or maybe possibly ghosts. like there was in the Nulando Ruins. We'll have to see. I'm very excited to explore this place. It looks huge. And as in Dark Souls past, you were able to explore all areas that you see. Like, all the game was linked to each other, and, you know, you saw an area off in the distance, and eventually you could get there and explore that area. So I'm hoping that we can explore this whole huge tower system. It looks very interesting, and I'm very excited for this. Alright, next picture here, and the last one I have for you guys today. With a huge scissors, this scarecrow-look gardener cleans up sanctuary wood. Now, that was the exact text right next to the picture. So like I said, now the enemies, not only NPCs, seem to have jobs inside the world. They're keeping this tree, they're tending to them, and they're trimming them up. Very interesting. They're adding a lot more depth as well in different areas and in new and special ways, and I'm very excited for this. I'm wondering if it's going to spread beyond the wooden scarecrows, or these are going to be the only enemies that have been, you know, actually have a behavior and a job in the game. Alright, but that's all the info I have for you guys today. A lot of interesting stuff, especially the magic and the armor sets and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to and as psyched for the Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition as I am. Check the description below for both the link to the Dark Souls official website, so you guys can check out all this info and see what's actually been confirmed if you doubt me. The link to the Dark Souls Facebook, so you guys can check out these pictures for yourselves and save them if you want. Maybe some new backgrounds or something. And the link to the Dark Souls, the new trailer that I was talking about that actually showcases Artorias in actual motion. And check below for the Dark Souls show. There will be a picture that'll say Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition right under the video on the right. You guys can click that when it is approved. It should be soon, not long after I upload this. And you guys can subscribe to that for future info. I'm going to be on top of this as best I can. I have a lot of time to devote to this, and I will be bringing you guys the latest and greatest info, I promise you guys. And also subscribe to me for future Dark Souls Prepare to Die info. I know a lot of my subscribers already love everything Dark Souls, and that's all they watch when I post it. So make sure to subscribe if you are looking forward to that, and I also have other great content if you're interested. Alright guys, hopefully this info has been something you're excited about as I am, and that's about it. Love you guys. Yosh damn it. God bless. Have a great day.